This reading's probably coming to you for a reason, because the information inside, be it the entire reading or just one little thing that'll spark something huge, may be meant for you at this time. So if you're vibing with me already, I suggest that you stay and come in with open mind, open ears, open heart, and let's begin whatever messages are about to come out for you, be it love, be it general stuff. I don't really know right now, but let's start. Let's set the tone with your oracle card for the reading. All right, we'll read about the oracle card in depth at the end, but I just want to get this out before we get into any kind of specific energies for you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Tarotverse. If you're a returning Tarotversian, I hope you do enjoy this reading. Be sure to subscribe if you like me, if you're not subscribed, etc. You know how YouTube works, you guys, right? You've been here before. So we're getting the bridge right now for your oracle card. Beautiful color of the rainbow. To me, this is just a personal association that I have, and it's been coming up lately, actually. So the fact it's coming up here means I should probably share it with you guys. I see the rainbow as a very regenerative energy. For example, in meditation, I like to visualize a rainbow over maybe an area of your body or your soul that you want to really heal and regenerate. So for example, you're working with like your heart, or you want to like help heal your heart chakra, heart space. Imagine that rainbow light shining on it. Imagine that in your mind's eye and healing it. And same can go for like your mind, your third eye, whatever. I just see the rainbow light. It just came to me, very deeply in visions and stuff as an energy to work with that is extremely regenerative and healing for a human, I guess, for us here on planet Earth, which is cool, because it's there are different perspectives, different variations of light. Light is the most healing thing, right? I feel like it gives life, essentially. And the rainbow is just a really cool form of it. Continuing though, it's not just the color, the bridge as well. It's kind of this passage from maybe from one state of being to the other. And this has been coming out a lot lately in readings, even though this is timeless regardless of time. Lately, because I've been doing readings towards the end of the year, there's this kind of like very, very big shift for 24 to 25, bigger than the past years that I've ever read for. A lot of people are making these big jumps. December, January, I think will be very big months in most people's lives. December 2024, January 2025. Huge jumps. And I feel like if you're finding this right now, even outside of this time period, that you will be going through one of those huge jumps. And it's interesting that this card is mostly bathed in the dark, which is kind of like, I feel like you need to take that leap of faith. Most people want to feel comfortable when they're making a big jump. To go from point A to point B, people want to have a map. They want to know all the coordinates of point B. They want to know what's waiting for them and that they're going to be okay, that they're going to be safe. Then they take the journey. Well, you don't get that luxury. Sorry. You have to have faith in where you're going, and you need to take that journey. You need to go. You need to have faith that I can guide myself, that I am intuitively guided, that I will be taken care of. And then you go. More on this later, my friend. Going into some of the tarot messages that want to come out for you. This is the Terra Volatile. Volatile. I got this deck. I don't know how to pronounce it. For those that like the deck, beautiful deck. Oh my god, it's so cool, as you'll see. Messages for those that need to hear it right now. Those in transition, those that have come for specific messages, guides for the collective. What does my beautiful Tarotversian, my viewer, need to hear at this time? What's coming up for you guys? Expansion. This is the time of expansion. You don't want to keep to yourself. You don't want to keep your ideas to yourself. You want to share them. You don't want to keep your success to yourself. You want to share it, whether this is emotional success, financial success. You want to be able to be sharing with others at this time. Your ideas, share them. Your advice, share it. Your art, share it. Your time, share it. You want your energy, because it's showing me basically that you're at a good place somewhere in life. Maybe you don't feel fully accomplished in one area, or like one area is a fucking disaster, but there's somewhere that's really good, somewhere that's very genuine, that you've cultivated, that you have right now, something that's very special about you. And this you don't want to keep to yourself, and you may be doing that even unintentionally because you don't see its value, or because you're overprotective, maybe you do, but you want to be able to spread this energy out with others. It's going to be helpful to them. And as you do this, as you share and help and put this energy out into the world, you're creating this echo effect where it bounces back to you in abundance, creates more abundance. And this is going to further increase your abundance, not only in that area of which you share, but just generally in your life, all around you. It's going to help open up the areas in which you feel that they're not in abundance, in which there's lack, right? So the more that you put out, the more that you're going to get. You have to believe in yourself, though, in order to put out. It's an act of courage to be sharing parts of yourself. It's an act of courage to be putting yourself out there. People are scared. People are afraid. Even if it doesn't register like that consciously, a lot of people are. To put themselves out there, to share their opinion, their ideas, whatever is of value to them, all right? And some people are overconfident and just like put out crap because they're just, but that's not you. That's not the point here. See how these two have their back turned to each other? This is showing your abundance right now. This is showing that you have something. For so long, you've been tending to yourself, keeping to yourself, thinking. Now it's about doing. It's about sharing. I see a lot of forward movement, and I see people coming together around you. This is about to be a time of unity for you. So somebody's saying already, like, I don't have my group. I don't have my people. Or like you feel that you haven't found, like you feel like there's people that don't understand you. The more that you put out, it's almost like a like a radio or like a broadcast system I see for you. The more that you start putting out, the more that you start expanding, the more your people are going to be coming to you. But you have to be genuine for genuine people to come to you. If you don't act from a place of your genuine self, which is basically self-acceptance, a lack of shame, you're not going to attract people, or you're not going to attract the right people, and you're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel lonely, right? So some of you have issues with feeling genuine, and in order to get into that place of who you really are, you simply need to do the courageous act of sharing, of putting yourself out there, which I'm getting is scary. So the strength card is popping up in my head. It's like scary for some of you guys or something, but it doesn't have to be. There's an internal conflict here, which may be like a push away from feeling stable and abundant. So some of you, this is probably not a conscious mechanism. You might sabotage areas of growth because you don't think you deserve it. Think about that for a moment. Think about, times in your life where you could have excelled and grown, but you've talked yourself out of it, or you like literally sabotaged it. So you want to start changing that mechanism within you, right? Again, going back to being genuine is very important here in this reading. Want to get some oracles on this? Throw some oracles on this. See what we get. Awakening. Very cool. Mask. Ooh. Wisdom. Where do I begin? These are such cool messages. All right, so awakening. I think you guys know what that means, right? You guys are really starting to see things clearly. You're going through maybe a spiritual awakening. But I feel like the most clearly that you're going to be seeing is yourself, not anything else. Like, it's you that you're going to be seeing clearly, the real you that's been behind the mask. How have you been conditioned your whole life? How have you conditioned yourself? How have you allowed yourself to act a certain way, to fit a certain role, to do a certain thing? I feel like the mask is coming off for you. Again, I'm seeing that is an act of courage to take it off, though, to face these things, to be the real you. It all goes back to being genuine in this reading. Wisdom. Learning more about yourself, understanding what it really is, who you really are, how things really work. I'm seeing a lot of wheels turning, and I'm seeing things start to turn ever more in your favor the more that you embrace who and what you are right now. Messages of love want to come out. Ace of Cups. Knight of Coins. Hangman. The Emperor. You will find exactly who you set out to find. You don't realize who you're setting out to find until you know where you're coming from. A lot of you don't know where you're coming from in love. You may not understand where you're really coming from in love. What are you really looking for? Who are you really looking for? What role do you really want filled? It starts with the cup. What's in your cup? Is your cup filled? Are you filling your cup? How do you want your cup filled? We can go on and on about the cup, but basically what this is you need to really understand how you want a relationship to fulfill you and why. For what reasons? Are you at a point of being healed so the relationship you seek really complements you and really works for you energetically? Or are you seeking a person or a relationship to fill a void? You really need to be clear with yourself, and you really need to understand yourself to really get a clear answer here. If there's a hole in your cup that is creating a void, and you're looking for somebody to fill that cup, it's going to keep going through the hole. That said, those that have fixed their holes, those that really know how to fill their cup and what they want filling it, you're about to find your match. They are right there at the other side, right around the corner there for you. Melting and death. Beautiful. A lot of you feel like there's a new you emerging, right? Or that old paradigms, old versions of you have really melted away. So melting is a slow burning, right? So you've gone through a very slow process of change. Melting also is indicative of like layers coming off and something being revealed underneath. And death is also showing that major change, that transformative energy around you. And if you feel that right now, then I think you're going down the right direction in love. There's something big coming in. Some of you are about to step into that, really embrace the furnace that is melting these layers around you. You might still have a little bit of time or work to do, but that's okay. Know that love will be there. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the lover is ready, the lover appears, I feel like. You know what I mean? The Phoenix. Again, just huge, literally combining the furnace and the rebirth energy into one fucking card. It's crazy. Spirit's here in a big way in this reading. All right? A lot of you are about to be completely reborn, especially in your romantic life. Get ready. It's exciting. So let's take a look at the bridge. Let's read about it. And for channel members, for shits and giggles, we will pull a little bit more and just see what else comes out in the extended for those that want it, but we'll end it here for the main reading. The extended will be in the description box below. It'll be a wave 1 extended for any member level, and yeah, if you just want to go deeper, it's there. But, you know, no pressure. There's enough pressure, I guess, you know, turning you from a coal into a diamond. So let's take a look at this card here. Shit, what was it? The connection, the line, the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to the otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life, relationships, ideologies, histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. In light, this represents acceptance, magic, and communication. When dark, this represents lacking boundaries, forcing connections. Imagine building a bridge, then imagine building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Which image softens and heals the heart? Lie on the floor and listen to Bridge Over Troubled Water. Notice the ease and acceptance within the melody, the feeling of rising above the muck. I guess that's a song. I don't know. She always recommends music in her things. I never really listen because my music taste is weird. Hope you enjoyed. I'll jump into the extended for those that want it. But take care. Be sure to subscribe and check out your signs reading on my channel. If you've never been here before, I do sign-specific readings. Thank you very much for coming, and I wish you the best on this journey.